God, like, you still want, like, what do you want? And it was like in that moment, and some moments of deliverance where I really saw like that's what God wanted. God wanted me. God wanted. He didn't want me to try to be saved like I was doing before and have to keep giving up. He wanted me to receive His finished works and receive salvation, and then let Him make me what He wanted to be. So my journey since then had since the day where I really received what salvation truly was, has still been a journey of God perpetually each step making me more and more what He wants me to be. So I'm not, I didn't get saved really, even though we say you gonna get saved. I didn't really get saved. I received that I was saved. I was in the water. My life was in that place. I had some very, very dark days. I mean, I remember times where I wanted to come to church. And I was like trying to get myself together in the morning. And I would be so high from the night before. I'm like, I can't worship. They're going to see me. My eyes can't open. They going, now if you come to church like this, people know that you're not stressed out. You high. Like, you're not stressed out. You're not going through nothing. You're getting high. And I mean, so it was like, you got all those issues, and I couldn't work those things out. Like he had to. When I received Christ who He was, He didn't take the issues away all like right there. But the walk and the journey has been a forward press into that. Because I was intrigued. Like, God, why do you love me? Like, what is wrong with you? Let me read about. Let me find out about you. Let me find out what's going on. And it was a journey of really not just I didn't bust out after I said, well, just want to be saved. I didn't say it. I didn't come into. I didn't get to receive the Holy Ghost and then bust out like brand spanking new. Like, yeah, I'm in love with God, y'all. Come on and bless Him. I didn't really have all that. Wasn't me. My love for God has been in that walk. If you could meet a person, my life was in the place where it was very dark and it was very. There's a lot of stuff going on. I dealt with a lot of self-esteem issues. I dealt with a lot of issues, like not being happy with yourself, not feeling good enough, not feeling like nobody loves me. I had a lot of issues. Come from a family of a lot of issues. I was abused very early in life. Had a lot of abuse situations. Had a lot of just different things that made me just broken inside. So I was like I said when I used the metaphor or the when I use the metaphor of a person just drowning in water. I was drowning in water and couldn't see all the time when Christ's hand was like here that He didn't want me to try to dog him and swim to the top. It's kind of like, and that was my approach to salvation. It was the works approach. It was the approach that you got to get saved, that you got to be saved. So it was like Christ was sitting there doing that with His hand, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna swim to the shore and kept drowning. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that means He want me to be saved. So if He want me to be saved, that means if I keep swimming, He'll do it. And it wasn't that all I could do at that point. It was like I had to come to the low point of being like, all right, there's nothing I can do but take your hand. I ain't know what your hand out meant, but I need that hand. And the journey has been a journey of me receiving His hand. That's what the salvation piece really was me. It was only me receiving His hand. In that journey, still, He is pulling me out of the water. He is getting me out of it. He is drying me off. He is taking me away from that lake, taking me away from that dark river. So that's what my life has been and my journey has been. And that's what salvation is. That's really all salvation is. It's not deep, a whole lot of like doctrine. It's not, me taking you all to the lexicon. It's really that. It's really receiving His hand. Because He doesn't want you to be out here drowning. He doesn't want you to be in those places. And I just want to say as I close, and I'll take your questions right afterwards, the biggest part was that a lot of times people, when they tell a testimony, the reason why I'm so honest is because a lot of people tell a testimony, they talk about how fun sin was, and sin is fun. Like, sin is fun. It is fun. I know some of y'all know that some of y'all indulge in some of the things that we know are like quote-unquote big sins. It's all fun. The flesh loves it. We'll talk about that more when we talk about our nature that causes us to want to sin. It's not stuff you don't want to do. People don't have sex like, I don't never want to have sex again. They be like, I want to have sex, a lot of sex, a lot more sex. I want to do a lot more drugs. Whatever your issues are, you want to do a lot more because it feels good. It feels great. But the truth about it was, I didn't realize how, like the things I thought was my friends, the sins that were my friends, were my enemies, until I was ready to grab His hand. Like, that was such a big part of it because I needed to know the truth. And that's my prayer for all of you who are coming to a place where you're like, why I need to be saved? My prayer that you see things the way they really are. My prayer for people, I don't pray people like, Lord, save them. Lord already did save you. I don't pray those kind of prayers. I pray that you see things for what it is. Because when I finally saw that no matter how much sex I had, it could not fill the void. that people touching, and all that lust could never be love. And you know it's not love. That's why you keep doing it with all these different people. Because you have to, even though we say we're just doing it because I'm a pimp. Even though we say we're doing it because I can get anybody I want. The truth is that you really can't. Even though dressing fly in itself and trying to be materialistic and get all the nice clothes and making sure my skin and my hair and my teeth look nice, even though that's good to have people say I look good, I'm like, thank you. I know I look good. Even though I sell it, they really can't fulfill the deep void of insecurity. Even though behind all the glamour and the glitz, behind all the drugs, it can't make me feel better about coming from a broken home. Can't make me feel better about not having a father. Can't make me feel better about not really having a mother, but maybe having a mother. Not even sure, but those they can't touch those issues. Can't make family right. Can't make life right. Can't make you have money if you don't have them. It can't deal with those issues. So it was like under the glitz and the glamour, all the little stuff, like I said yesterday, that I thought was jewelry and was looking cute. I was like, these is chains. I'm bound up to some stuff. These are not my friends. And when I saw that it made taking his hand and receiving his salvation all the more sweet, because it was like, this is not the life. This is not fun. This is not the glitz and glamour. And now I can say, I'm not balling. I'm not like out here having sex. I'm not out here doing drugs. I'm not out here, it's people think I'm a weirdo. But what I can say is that when I go to sleep at night, I get good rest. I don't struggle. If the Lord has broken, it has taken some time. I don't struggle with insecurity. God has made me feel okay with who I am. Even when I'm feeling like the empty glass apostle described. I know I can stand because Christ has made it so clear that the way he made me was beautiful and wonderful. That Christ, I don't have to search for love anymore in other people. I mean, I know what it is to lay in the bed at night and you can feel the love of God wrap around you. It's a place of peace. It's a place of paradise. You cannot buy that. Nobody else could do that. And I know that I've looked. If there's a place you can find it, I would know. Because I've searched. There's no drug strong enough to even mimic it. And I used to feel good when I was high. And there was I can promise you can't get high now. To feel what you feel in the arms of God. To feel what you feel in the place where you are just in communion with. There's nobody's voice is sweet. I've been in a lot of relationships. But it's nothing like his voice. It's nothing like when Apostle said she was in the room. I'm like, God said he loved me. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing like that. You cannot buy it. You cannot do it. That changes your life. That makes you, when you see somebody looking good, be like, because you don't know about Jesus, bro. You don't understand. I just love him. He's my first love. That makes you get that place. That doesn't just come. You don't do that because you're like, oh, it's too late, right? Okay, maybe. No, it don't come from that. But it comes from that. There's a place where you fall in love with the one who has broken those shackles and those chains. The one who I didn't understand, and he made it so clear for me. He cares so much about me knowing about him that he allowed people to come. When Apostle came and did my deliverance, he came all the way from up here, all the way to Philadelphia to do my deliverance. So I could sit at the table and tell him, Apostle, I'm going to hell. I don't care. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell, Apostle. I'm fine with it. Y'all should be fine with it. So I'm looking at them like, y'all gonna pray for me. Y'all powerful, but y'all ain't got no power for mine. I'm telling y'all got some real issues. But God did all of that because my soul was that important to him. And that's what we're doing with Ignite. That's what we're doing with Lead. That's what we're doing with everything because your individual souls are so that important to him. Where he's like, I don't care if they go to sleep. I don't care if they look crazy at you. I don't care if they draw portraits and they start becoming Picasso in the midst of your lesson. Still keep teaching. Still keep talking. Still keep reaching because they're that important to me. And so that is my lesson. That's my lesson on salvation. We'll talk more about some salvation pieces later and make some pieces more clear. But in the meantime, are there any questions?